Hi, so we're going to talk a little bit about how do you go in and make sure that you spend your resources effectively. Today, as I'm walking around in the beautiful city of Venice, Italy, getting ready to go on a gondola ride, I was given the advice by a friend of mine from Italy. He said, Dan, one of the best things that you can do when you go out into Italy, when you go to Venice, is to get lost in the city on purpose. Don't use your GPS, and you'll find all kinds of beautiful areas like this area right now just happen to walk upon, where you go in and on purpose getting lost and you just enjoy the sights. Unfortunately, most founders and early stage companies do the exact same thing. They go in, they find their pot of gold because they go fundraise. They now have a ton of money. Their investors want them to go in and get sales. So they all agree, let's go hire a bunch of sales reps. Let's go in, hire a bunch of marketers. Let's go in and hire a bunch of partnership people. And what they do is they hire a ton of people. They have no idea if it's gonna work. They just assume it will. Pay for it, it's gonna happen. Pay for it, we're gonna go in and these marketers are gonna generate so many leads because our product's amazing, our service is amazing, we're a great company. Those are really good aspirations. The problem is, most of the time, one of these things breaks down. Your interview process, so you pick the wrong people. Your onboarding process, so the right or wrong people don't learn all that they need to do quick enough. Your ongoing training process, so that you can go in, learn how they're doing, what works, what doesn't work. And then as such, you end up spending millions of dollars, in the worst case. Tens of millions, I actually have seen. One company I'm working with right now. In fact, this actually happens a ton, so I won't use that example. Most companies that I work with, they go in and they kind of throw mud at the wall to go in and see it works. They launch an inbound channel with a ton of marketers. They launch a partner channel with a ton of partnership reps. They launch a ton of outbound SDRs and hope that one of them will work. Oftentimes in successful companies, one ends up working out. But then they have to go in and do a massive layoff. That layoff leads to huge amounts of culture of a losing culture inside of the business. So individuals, even those that were succeeding, decide, hey, I don't want to be here. Being part of this company means I'm going to lose. So instead, what I recommend is that you very methodically use some of the training that I've already done, where you talk about you go from 2 employees focused on one thing to 4. Then once those 4 are succeeding, you go to 8. Once those 8 are succeeding, you go to 16. Use very consistent performance management, and then from there, you go ahead and grow out where at least half of each organization must be hitting its revenue generation or pipeline generation target. If they're pipeline generation only, revenue generation for the closing organization. When you go in and you focus on that, you end up having a lot more success. I want to talk a little bit about a winning culture and what that looks like. When you have, and you very deliberately go in and say, I'm going to go in and only hire 2 sales reps, 2 marketers focused on demand generation, 2 partnership individuals. And then I'm going to pay very close attention to what is the business outcome that we need. And I'll give you a couple metrics on that one. If you're focused on marketing, for every dollar spent on marketing, you need in your first year of launching this team at least $1 closed. For partnerships, one stat that you should go in and use is, can you more than triple pay for the partnerships team, because you're going to have to give a big chunk of that deal to your partners. It is normal in the beginning of a company to entice a new partner by spending 30 to 40% with that partner. On sales reps, what you should be going in and looking at is an overall sales and marketing magic number of 0.85. What that means is that for every $1 million that you spend on your go-to-market organization, or 100,000, you need either $850,000 of growth quarter over quarter, or 85,000 if you're using the $100,000 number. If you're getting that much quarter over quarter growth, then because of the way SaaS works, where you're going to get renewals, you're going to get expansion and things like that, you're set up really well. So please just don't fall into the mistake by getting lost in go-to-market, hiring way too many people, wasting the money, getting a losing culture Instead, focus on that winning culture, where the majority of your team is hitting quota, where success builds on success, and people want to work for you because they know within your company, winning is possible, doable, and most are doing it.